I think there's a lot of power in admitting how spoiled we are. That's something that we don't tend to do. We tend to look at everything that we don't have. There's a sense of perpetual deficiency, no matter what scale of the socioeconomic tier you're at. There's always this sense of, I need more, I need more, I need more. And I really believe it comes from us not recognizing how spoiled we are. Not even recognizing what we have, not even just but recognizing because there's a pejorative behind being spoiled, right? To say that you're spoiled is to say that you do not have an element of gratefulness. You do not have an element of appreciation. And I suffer from this. No matter how much money I have, uh, it's not enough. No matter how much food and luxury and comfort I have, it's never nothing is ever enough. And okay. So therefore what? Therefore, how can I become grounded? How can I achieve and acquire a perspective? Because millions have it utterly awful right now. There's millions of people right now shoveling for minerals for your cell phones. There's people working. It's just it's that old adage of there's starving kids in China kind of thing. But it's true. It's true. We are always comparing and contrasting and looking at those who seem to be living luxuriously, and then you look at them and you wonder to yourself, or I'm gonna admit this, I don't share that. I don't. And I have a lot of flaws. I'm highly flawed. But fortunately, I don't have the envy gene. When I look at how people are living, it doesn't matter to me. Because if I'm on a yacht somewhere with people that I don't have a kind of authentic connection with, if we're not hitting it off authentically, then I feel empty and hollow. I might as well be at home. That's me, though. But I'm saying, I'm familiar with a lot of people believing and feeling as though they're missing out on something. I would argue what you're missing out on is a perspective. And to acquire that perspective, you have to be fairly self critical. And then what does that self criticism entail? The self criticism entails admitting that you are spoiled, meaning you lack appreciation, you're not as grateful as you should be, and it's understandable. We're all desensitized to luxury. We have so many conveniences, we have so many comforts, we have access to everything beyond what we need. And so we become desensitized to that, and then it's like, what else? What else? What else? What else? What's next? What's next? More, more, more. That's why so many people are going into debt. They go into massive debt due to just feeling as though they need to purchase this, I need to purchase that. It's beyond need. It goes to it goes to want. And wants aren't bad necessarily, but then what do you want and why do you want it? To impress other people so that you can have credibility in the eyes of your peers in society? A lot of people, what you're searching for is credibility and an appraisal by your peers for them to see you as valuable, to make sure your family, your friends, everybody around you, you want to be perceived as valuable as a result of what you have, what your status is, what your job is. Oh, I believe the best kind of happiness is when you're indifferent to all of that and you just appreciate having just the bare minimum. But that's an achievement from a kind of mental warfare, an internal battle. But it comes from meditation, it comes from withdrawal, from not focusing on what everybody else is doing. It comes from an internal fight. But this, to me, is a branch of the spiritual tree. And this is why I respect spirituality and I respect religion despite not being religious. Because I believe the spiritual capacity is something that every human being has. And the spiritual capacity is something that is typically practiced in the form of organized religion. But to me, spirituality has ingredients. Withdrawal from the average man's interests, with human being, withdrawal from materialism, withdrawal from superficiality, withdrawal from wanting. To me, spirituality comes from stillness, silence, appreciating. It comes from having an intimate groundedness with the present moment. But again, that's an achievement. You have to earn it. And also, one thing I respect is that religion, there's an element very much so of being self-critical. How we're all just like, sinful and whatnot. I don't believe in shame. I don't believe in chronic shame, but I do believe in a kind of just acute dosage of shame to where you're like, you know what? I'm a mother effing idiot. I'm a fool. I'm doing X, Y, and Z wrong. Okay. So now be defined by your effort. Be defined by your effort. Be defined by your effort. Just want to say some words.